Hi, my name is Elliette Lund, and I am interviewing my grandma Lori Reeves about what makes a good citizen. One, one, what makes a good citizen?
What makes a good citizen is someone, I believe, that loves their country. I think that's the first important thing.
Okay.
Of all, to be a good citizen, I think you have to have a good character. And what I mean by that is someone that's responsible, they're honest, they're hardworking. And then I think also a good citizen would be somebody that would want to contribute to their community and help the rest of the people that live in their community.
Okay. How did you learn to be a good citizen?
I think I learned to be a good citizen by watching my parents and the kind of life that they live. My father got started. He read an article in the paper one day and he saw where there were boys and girls that didn't have any shoes. They were so poor. And my dad, that really bothered him. So my dad started what was called Shoes for Orphan Souls. And the word souls would be SOLE, like your feet, the bottom of your feet. So he started that. And today, the church that they went to still carries that out. And then my mother was also heavily involved in her community. She worked at the Salvation Army and helped homeless people there. She would cook them meals. She would help teenagers that didn't have enough money to buy a prom dress. And she went and worked at a place where they had free prom dresses. And so that's really where I learned what it's like to be a good citizen.
Okay. What makes a good citizen? Community, not citizen.
A good community, well, first of all, I think you have to have, in order to have a good community, I think you have to have people that work together. They have something in common that they want to accomplish or have in their community. And so they are willing to work together for something, to work hard for it. I think also they have to have a similar belief system. They have to all have the same values and things that they believe in. I think you also have to have interaction. You can't really have a community if people all just stay in their houses and they never talk and see each other. And then I think also for in order to have a good community, you have to be welcoming to all types of people because we know not everyone is going to be like us. And so I think we need to be open to those that are different from us.
Okay. Um, how do the choices you make affect yourself and others?
Well, a lot of times when we make choices, we don't stop to think of the effects of those choices because if there's consequences, there can be good consequences, but there can also be bad consequences. So whenever you make a choice, the consequences or the effects of that choice are not going to affect just you. They're going to affect other people too. So maybe other people might get hurt, or maybe if you make a good choice, good things would happen for your community. I think also choices you make affect whether or not people trust you. Uh, the people can look at you from your choices and determine if you're reliable or not. If, like I said, they can trust you. And also, there's emotional consequences of choices. Sometimes you can hurt people's feelings. If it's a bad choice, if it's a good choice, you can make people feel really good too, which also makes you feel good.
Okay. Give an example of when you showed truthfulness.
Uh, I think my dog down here wants to answer. She's getting kind of loud. I may have to pick her up. One time in the grocery store, I had paid for my groceries and I was walking out to my car and I looked down in my basket, my cart, and I had noticed that something small had fallen down where I didn't see it, and neither did the cashier at the grocery store. And so I realized I hadn't paid for it. So it would have been really easy and much easier on me to not turn around and go back in the store and tell them that I hadn't paid for it. I could have told myself, oh, well, that's just their fault. They didn't see it. But actually, I couldn't do that. I wanted to be truthful about not paying for it. So I turned my cart around and I went back into the store and I told them that I hadn't paid for it.
Okay. Um, Give an example of when you showed respect.
Well, I think there's all kinds of ways to show respect, and a lot of them are just little ways that a lot of us don't think about. If I see a person walking in to a building or a business, and maybe their hands are full, I will open the door for them and let them go in, and I'll hold the door while they go in. Also, just simply saying please when you ask for something is showing respect. Saying thank you when somebody gives you something, especially like when someone has had you into their home, or maybe they've bought you something, or they've taken you out to eat, or done something to make you feel good. I think telling them thank you shows them respect. Um, so those are just little ways, but I think they make a big impact too.
Okay. Thank you for talking to me today about being a good citizen. Bye.
All right, you're welcome. Bye. I enjoyed it.